Shout out to the Clippers. Shout out to the Los Angeles Clippers. And the reason why I want to make this video is just to be consistent. Because why not be consistent, right? There was a lot that was talked about with this team when James Harden was traded. The disrespect was loud, y'all. The disrespect was loud. And when I put "we" in the title, there are going to be a select few of y'all that didn't say shit. Congratulations. Congratulations. Right? Congratulations. But a majority of NBA fans was cooking this team, calling them frauds, saying James Harden to the Clippers was a mistake, didn't actually improve them, including myself. I was on that boat. Right? But the respect gotta be as loud as the disrespect. And people have been avoiding it. I haven't seen too many Clipper videos. I haven't seen too many Clipper discussions. I haven't seen it. But for those who don't know, the LA Clippers, if NBA.com would love to load. There you go. The LA Clippers are 21-12. They are 21-12. In their last 10 games, they are 8-2. They have won 4 straight games. And if we want to look at their game logs, and let's look at the teams that they beat. We're looking at the Phoenix Suns, the Miami Heat, the Memphis Grizzlies with Ja, the Hornets, lost to the Celtics, lost to OKC, Dallas, Indy, New York, Golden State, Sacramento, Portland, Utah, Denver, Golden State again, Sacramento, Denver. So we're looking at decent teams. It's not like I didn't just write off, I don't know, Utah, Detroit, Atlanta, Utah again, and then a Brooklyn game. Oh, and then they face the Celtics, right? And then they face Denver. And then they face the Rockets. And then they faced, I don't know, the Spurs. And then the Spurs. Like, this is a decent schedule. It wasn't just beating up on bad teams. I can't do that to the LA Clippers. And I just want to give them their respect because I legitimately think they are turning this boat around. And looking back at the criticism that people had when they lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row in November when they traded for James Harden, when they were 3-8 to start the season. Did I read that right? Around there? Yeah, around there. There was a lot of disrespect being thrown at this team. A lot of videos were being made. And I will say this, the criticism was just at that time. Shout out to Thinking Basketball because I really liked his breakdown as to why the Clippers were failing. And it essentially boiled down to that offense being stagnant as fuck. It essentially boiled down to the offense, like they had shooters that weren't shooting because they wanted the ball in their hands so much, right? Like Thinking Basketball made a point of, yo, James Harden is actually wide open, but for some reason, because he wants to tie it up, like he's not shooting the shots he should be taking because he wants to dribble. Same thing with Paul George. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard. So it wasn't just James Harden. It was all three of them. And then Russell Westbrook, he's a liability on the three anyways. And then for me, I made the point of rim protection. And the fact that I legitimately don't think they have fucking rim protection on this team. And Kawhi Leonard not being a Himothy. You know what I'm saying? You have all these super team talks. I mean, every super team at least has that one guy, that one S-tier player. And I'm looking at this team right now and, yo, Paul George is having one hell of a season. who is the best player on this team. Who is the best player on this team? But I think for the last, what is this? I don't know, 15 games. I think the LA Clippers, and shout out to Tyronn Lue, because Tyronn Lue is also getting a lot of flack from me. When I say all of this, this is also coming from me. Tyronn Lue was getting a lot of flack for running some of the sets that he was running, having two shooters in the same corner and things of that nature. I think the LA Clippers are finding their groove. I think they're finding their identity. And that is shoot the lights out of motherfuckers. That is their identity. And individually, I think I want to shout out everyone individually for finding their place, for lack of a better term. I think the hierarchy has been set on this team. And some of the things Thinking Basketball was talking about in his video, I think were fixed. When I watched this team, those issues about shooters not shooting because they want to dribble, I think that for the most part, that has been fixed. Like when I see Kawhi Leonard shoot spot-up threes off screens or just spot-up threes, he's not hesitating. He knows he needs to take that shot. Same thing with Paul George. Same thing with James Harden. I think that James Harden had that biggest issue. Yeah, when James Harden is open, he just takes it. No hesitation. Fuck all the dribbling shit. Yeah, let's take the fucking shot, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Just take it. James Harden as well has been less like it's still there. It's still there when it needs to be. But he's much more methodical. He gets to his spots quicker with less moves. And I think that's what this team needs, especially with a team that, has a lot of decent ball handlers. Someone needs to take a step back. Like, all the dribbles can't go to one fucking player. So, James Harden taking that step back, being more methodical, controlling the pace of his play a little bit more, and pushing the pace more as well, I think has really, really helped this team. And Kawhi Leonard. I was very heavy on the, when are we going to have conversations about Kawhi Leonard? Top 5 when healthy Kawhi Leonard. Well, Kawhi Leonard is healthy so far this season for the most part. And I will say, he's been playing top 5 caliber when healthy type of play, man. Especially over the last 15. But let's look at the season overall. We're talking about 25, 6, and 4. I would still say above average on defense. I don't think he's lamp anymore like 2017 Kawhi. But 25, 6, and 4 on a team with a lot that, you know what I'm saying, that where the spread needs to be spread out. And the efficiency is 52, 44, 88. I'm going to harken back to a recent video. This is what Tatum should be doing, by the way. Like, these are the numbers I want from Tatum. Like, this specific, like, right here, above average defense. The volume don't got to be there, but the efficiency is there. And, from Tatum, I expect this to be at around 5. I expect this to be around 8. But nevertheless, this is not, I'm not trying to make this a Celtics video. But Kawhi Leonard, 25, 6, and 4 on, I'm going to just round it up to 50, 40, 90 because this is 2 above 50. This is 4 above 40. And this is just 2 under 80. Under 90, excuse me. And over the last 15, this is just a rough right there. Over the last, all right, since I know y'all going to cook me, fine. Let's count the Dallas game, all right? Stuck it up versus Dallas, even though they won. We're looking at 28 points, 6.5 to 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Let me move my shit. Yeah, 28 points, 7 rebounds, 3 to 4 assists, 1.5 steals a game, a block a game, shooting 57% from the field, 49% from 3 on 5 threes, and 93 from the line. Kawhi Leonard is playing Himothy basketball. And that's been big. That really has been big. On not like crazy shots too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting 30 on 16 shots. He's getting this 36 on 16. Like that's big for this team. Like that's really, really big for this team. And on top of that, I think everyone is just hitting their shots too. Like everyone's playmaking and shot creation ability and shooting ability is actually paying off now. Because again, people and players have just found their spots. Like James Harden is shooting 43% for the season, and all of these are Clipper games. So I don't even need to go through the game log. But yeah, James Harden, might as well. Yeah, 43% for the season. But again, let's go to the last 15. And we're looking at closer to 50, damn near, right? 47% from three. 47% from the field as well. 89% from the line. Like, James Harden has been hitting his threes. Not only is he taking them, he's making them. Paul George, same thing. Again, let's go to the last 15 right here. Roughly 16. 44% for the field could be better overall, but 44% isn't bad when you're shooting 8 threes a game on 42%, and 91% from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and with Russell Westbrook, shout out to Russell Westbrook, man. Shout out to Russell Westbrook, because I think what Russell Westbrook did in terms of sacrificing his starting spot and honestly his minutes. Excuse me. When James Harden came in, I think was huge. I think was huge. I think, again, hierarchies matter when it comes to teams. Intentionality matters, especially with this team who is getting put together 5 games into the season. I think anything that you can do to establish things and cut corners in terms of establishing some sort of identity with your team, fucking do it. And Russell Westbrook going out of his way to say, all right, I understand I was the starting point guard coming into the season. I understand I was playing 30, at times 40, but 30 minutes a game. Bro, I'll come off the bench, play me 20 minutes at this point. I am here to win. I think that has been huge, because now the expectations of a big four to me don't exist with this team. This is a team with a big three again. James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook is a role player. Russell Westbrook is an established role player off the bench, doing his job, playing defense, making the hustle plays, providing a scoring spark off the bench when he's hot, giving this team culture and things of that nature, right? So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy for the Clippers. Now, do I still have them coming out the West? No. As crazy as it sounds, I still do have Denver. Well, I didn't have Denver coming out the West coming into the season. I had LA coming out of the West coming into the season. I still have Denver coming out of the West, but I'm gonna be honest, bro. The West is wide open. And that's not to say that this team is flawless, because I still do think, as Mickey as it sounds, the injury probability with this team, with Harden, Kawhi, Paul George, is I don't know. And also rim protection, I still think is shady when your big man rotation is Zubac and Daniel Tice. And then you might have to run like Kawhi Leonard at 5 minutes when like motherfuckers get into foul trouble and things of that nature. And shout out to Kawhi, but there's just, I wouldn't want Kawhi Leonard as my primary rim protector for very extended minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, those are still flaws that I still have with this team. But when you look at all the other teams, they also got flaws like that, if not more. I'm saying I think the West, like if they face the Kings tomorrow, do I see them winning that? Yes. I see the Clippers beating the Kings. If they face they would have to face who? The Thunder in the second round? I would personally have the Thunder, but do I see a world where the Clippers win that series? Absolutely. Absolutely. With the experience that the Clippers got versus the Thunder, it might just be 1 year too soon for the Thunder type shit. You know? If they face Denver in the Western Conference Finals, that's when I would take Denver. But even Denver is like, they're not flawless as fuck too. They're not flawless too. Minnesota, same thing with the Thunder. Is it just 1 year too soon? Who knows? So with the Clippers, I mean, hey. Now if they face Luka the first round, they're cooked. They're baked. I think they're absolutely one tap if they face Dallas. Nah, I'm kidding. Because as much as I love Luka, they have beat Dallas the last 2 times. And there's nothing about this season. It's going to be another year of Kawhi probably going to play Himothy basketball. The Clippers have more help. Luka going to try. He might push him to 6 or 7, but Luka needs help. Luka needs help. It might be another one of those series if they match up. But shout out to the Clippers. Shout out to the Clippers. I really like their chances. I see them coming. I see them as a team that could come out the West. Let's say that. And if they face anyone in the East, as a Celtics fan, even if the Celtics come out the East, bro, I don't trust this team, dog. I don't. Oh my God! For the last 2 years, literally, the Celtics have given me trust issues. They've given me trust issues for real. So, and aside from the Celtics, I think the Bucks are gonna be tough for them. I ain't gonna lie, but if anyone outside from the Bucks make it to the finals, they can beat any one of these teams. And also, the Clippers are who y'all think the Suns were, bro. Let me say that again because I kind of stuttered right there. The Clippers are who y'all thought the Suns were. The Suns were taught as a team who formed this super duper ooper offensive lineup. That's gonna shoot teams out the building, and that's gonna carry them to the promised land. I think Ty Lue is arguably a better coach. I think the combination of James Harden, Paul George, and Kawhi fit together better than D-Book, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. Yeah, I understand Bradley Beal hasn't played, but I still think that. I think the way the injury game is played out for the Clippers is how the injury game was supposed to play out for the Suns. Like, I don't think anyone expected for all 7 of these dudes, to be honest with you, in this conversation, to play all 82 games. But with the way people have been talking about Paul George and Kawhi's injury history, you would have thought, like, these motherfuckers wouldn't have played much together. But that's actually the Phoenix Suns trio. They've only played like less than 5 games together. And I think their big 3 just fits better. James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, they fit better together. And Kawhi and KD. Do we need to have those discussions? Do we? It's a question. Do we? We'll find out. But yeah, man, shout out to the Clippers.